Thewatat, the Buddha's infamous cousin, had gained the favor of Prince Ajatasattu. He built a monastery for Thewatat and brought him the best food and gifts. Thewatat was so well taken care of that he barely needed to leave the monastery. At that time, there were two friends who decided to ordain. One ordained under Thewatat, and the other ordained under the Buddha. One day, the disciple of Thewatat met up with the disciple of the Buddha and said, "Why, sir, do you go for alms? You barely get any food and are sweaty and tired. At my monastery, we eat the best foods without having to go out for alms. You should join us. There's more than enough to share." After being pressured enough, the monk who had ordained under the Buddha decided to go eat with the monk who had ordained under Thewatat. They skipped going out to collect alms and feasted at the monastery. So when his fellow brothers found out, they asked him if it was true that he had feasted at the temple of Thewatat, the person who had tried to kill and usurp the Buddha on numerous occasions. They discussed the virtues of the Buddha and could not understand how their brother could be so weak-hearted. They decided to take him to the Buddha. When he saw the weak-hearted monk, the Buddha asked him, "Is it true what they say?" Nervous, the monk said, "I wasn't with Thewatat, sir. I was with the others." The Buddha then said, "Thewatat is one of bad character. How could you, who took vows here, eat his food while breaking the vows you took with me? This is not the first time you've been easily led away. In the past, you followed others at every turn." And the Buddha proceeded to tell a story of the past. A long time ago, the king had an elephant named Gentleface, who was virtuous and good and never hurt anyone. The king was very proud of his elephant and loved to show him off. One night, some bandits took shelter behind Gentleface's stable and discussed their plans. They made plans to tunnel into a house, break through the walls, carry off all valuables, and murder the owners to eliminate witnesses. They said, "One must have no virtue and no righteousness. A true burglar must be devoid of pity and be full of cruelty and violence." When Gentleface heard this, he thought that the burglars were instructing him and decided to follow their advice. The next day, when Gentleface's trainer came in to check up on Gentleface, the elephant grabbed him with his trunk and threw him to his death. Anyone who came close to Gentleface was stomped to death. When the king heard news of Gentleface's transformation, he felt very distressed. He asked his wise advisor to go find out what was wrong with Gentleface. The wise advisor contemplated what could have happened. He inspected Gentleface from a safe distance and saw that he had no bodily ailments. The wise advisor then interviewed the elephant's keepers and asked them if anything had changed recently in regards to Gentleface. They told the advisor about the burglars recently seen around the stall. The wise advisor then was able to properly ascertain what happened. After he told the king, the wise advisor was asked how to fix this problem. He then explained, "Since Gentleface was corrupted by talk by evil men, we must use the opposite as medicine. We must use words by wise men to uncorrupt and purify Gentleface's mind." The wise advisor then had wise men hold discussions and talk of goodness behind the stall of Gentleface. The wise men spoke, "One should not hurt, mistreat, or kill others. A good person should be loving, compassionate, and merciful." Hearing this, the elephant thought that they must be there to instruct him, and resolved to be good. The elephant followed the wise men's instructions, acted appropriately, and created no further harm. The Buddha then concluded the Jataka by explaining that Gentleface was none other than the weak-minded monk. The king of those days was none other than Ananda. And the wise man of the court was none other than the Buddha himself. What do you think the moral of this story is? We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads.